Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a part 2 to building my Wix website. So today I'm going to be showing you all around the website, which I did previously, but I'm actually going to be telling you how to do things this time. Because there's so much information on a website, I couldn't do it all in one video. So we're going to be going through my site template. So I have my actual website, and then I have a template that I've made which I sell on Etsy, and you basically buy the template and then you just add in your own photos, your own logo, like contact details, stuff like that, and then it's yours. So that is the template that I'm selling, and that's the one that we're going to be going through. It's exactly the same as my website, just without my photos and details. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you how to do listings, how to change any settings that you need to change behind the scenes of your website, things that customers wouldn't necessarily see, and also how to create products, add pages, all of that kind of stuff we're going to be going over today. If there is anything that I missed, please let me know down below and I will do another video on it, just like a part 3, and just any extra bits that I miss out. But I'm trying to just cover all the basics that you need to know in this video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell for more baking content. I have recently started a bit of pottery and like ceramic making, so there might be a few videos on that, but it is a partner company to Sweet Things by Amy, so it is kind of part of the channel, I guess. But I just wanted to let you know that if you do see any of those videos, then check those out as well. I'm going to be doing some kind of arts and crafts stuff in the near future. But we're going to get right into the video. I'm going to start screen recording. So like the other video, there will be a screen brought up which will show you the website, and then I'll just be in the corner talking to you guys. So we're going to get right into it. So this is the website. This is what Wix looks like. So if you have a site on Wix, then you will know, but this is the kind of dashboard, and I've got 2 sites, as you can see. So I will quickly show you my site just so that you get a gist of it. If you haven't watched my previous video, I will put a ticket up here for you to watch afterwards. But this is what my site looks like. Obviously it's filled with all of my cakes, my face, and yeah, all of my details basically. And then we're going to go over to Amy's Bakes, which is just a temporary name. Again, you can change all of this stuff, and we're going to be editing various things. So you just go to edit site, and it's not published yet because it doesn't have a domain, and so it's not live in any way, so people can't view it. So if it was transferred to you, if you did purchase it, then it would be completely your own. And you do have to purchase a domain when you get this website, and you also have to purchase a Wix plan. If you're not familiar with Wix, you have to get a plan of some sort, whether it is just a website plan which allows it to be live, or an e-commerce plan which allows you to have a store, or just a other commercial plan which doesn't have a store but it is for businesses. There's various different ones which I'll try and show you at the end, so I'll add a chapter for that at the end so that I can show you the different pricing guides. So this is Amy's Bakes. As you can see, it's very similar, but it is not exactly the same. So we're gonna work through the pages, and I'm basically gonna click on things and show you how to change them, and then you can work through your website or a template that you have and change things as you need to. So we're gonna start with images. So as you can see, there's all these bars at the side, so this has all your pages in it. Then there is background, so you can change it from white if you wanted to. I just wanted to keep it very plain. Then you can add addition, so these are kind of like widgets, so you can add various things. Then we have themes, which is a color theme. Then there is apps, which are branded apps, so you can add like QuickBooks, Google Ads, anything like that. I don't currently have any of these because I don't need them. Then you have media, where you can add images, you can connect your Instagram, Facebook images, all of that. You can add a blog if you want to. I'm kind of considering doing this, I'm not really sure. Maybe in the near future, once my website's developed a bit more. Then we have your store, so you have a dashboard for your store, add payments because there isn't any payment methods, or shipping because I took those out so that people can customize it. Online bookings, if you wanted to book appointments, then you can do it this way. And then we have marketing and SEO, where you can go through different SEO tools in order to get traffic to your site and use keywords, ads, things like that. So we're going to work our way through this first page. So anything that you click on, it will come up with a toolbar, as you can see. So manage media will give you all of your media that you currently have. You can upload media, which you select what you want, and then it will take you to either your computer dashboard. So let me just try image. So as you can see, there is site files, which is, these are my computer files that I've uploaded. Then you have my boards, my trash, where they're photos that you got rid of. Then there is photos from WIX. So these are free to use. So all of the photos that I have in this template currently are all free to use. They're from WIX. But obviously, if you are starting a business, then you don't want to be using someone else's photos because it is false advertising. So I would recommend you change all of those. But as a template, it looks quite nice. Then you have Shutterstock, where, as you can see, it says buy image for £2.08. So they're all purchasable. And then Unsplash I haven't used. I believe these are also free. However, it does have names next to all of them, so I think you have to credit them in some way. So those are photos, and that's how you would add them. Then if you go to settings on every kind of widget gives you options to change the layout, colours, all of that. So manage media again, so you can change and add photos there. Then there's layout, so you could change it from a grid, which is just static photos. You can change it to slideshows, where they automatically change as the customer's looking through. There are various layouts for it. Then you can add features, so when someone clicks on it, it might take them to a certain page, or if it's an Instagram photo, then maybe when they click on it, it takes them to your Instagram. Various things like that if you wanted to. I just wanted them to be static photos. Then we have design, so you can change any colour overlays, buttons, texts, just so that it fits your colour scheme mainly. There's also scroll animations, which means that people can scroll to view more photos, but again, I didn't see that that was necessary. Sometimes you kind of want to decide with your website whether you want it to be simplistic and kind of minimal, or whether you want it to be more fancy, because I feel like there isn't much of an in-between. You either have not very much on it, or you have lots of like flashy colours and multiple kind of like slideshows, galleries, things like that. So I think it's best to choose one or the other. So that's how you change images. That's all the kind of features that you have for those. Then down here, this is something that you can change to your liking. So I've got new product because on my website I've recently uploaded some Valentine's bits, so I've linked my Valentine's product to this widget. So it just means that when you press view details, it will take you to the product page in postals and show you those brownies. So to change this, you go to settings, then if you go to, where is it? There we go. So it didn't have this a second ago, so now it's brought it up. But you go to product and then connect this widget, and then you select what you want it to be. So you can connect it to vegan brownies, and it will look like so. It will have the price, the name, and then view details will give the description. And obviously you can change that new product to anything. You can change it to brownies and then just have a brownie listing there, or you can leave it as new product depending on what you've got on your site. Then here we have the info about you. So again, you just change the image by pressing change, and then it will come up with your media. Then these, to edit text, you just literally select edit text and delete that out, and it's as easy as that. In order to change things like font and size, you have to select it all. You can't just click whatever you want from the drop down. So you have to actually select the text first, just in case you wanted to part select it in some way. They do it like that. Then Instagram, you can obviously change this if you wanted to just gallery, but in order to connect your Instagram, you go to manage links, connect account, and then it will bring it up. It will bring up your Instagram. It's trying to connect to mine now, so obviously I'm going to say no, but it brings up your Instagram, you log in, and then it will be connected, and it will populate this area with your Instagram. I can show you on mine. So like so, this is all my Instagram, and this is how it will look. It will have the captions on the overlay. So when you hover over the image, it will come up with the caption from your Instagram. Then that is the Instagram. Then down here, things like set social links, you click set social links and then you click on the relevant widget like Facebook, and then you just copy the link to your profile or your page in there. You just press done, and then every time you click on that, it will automatically redirect you to your Facebook or Instagram. Then images that you want in your header and footer, you have to either paste them in there, and if they don't go in the header straight away, you literally just drag it into, so say this photo here, you will drag these cakes into the header and it will automatically kind of like flip them into the header and footer because they are separate parts of the page. So that is those. Then down here, this is just text, so for some people they might be looking for a link, because I definitely was. So there's nowhere to add links for this. What you do is you edit the text and you have to type in the exact names of the pages. So home cake postals, for example, and then at the top we have home cake postals. They have to be exact copies of the page names, otherwise it won't redirect. And then what happens is, if I go to my site again, if I click cakes and postals, it will automatically take you to that page, but it has to be written exactly the same, so you can't put any like punctuation or anything in there. It has to just be the name of the page. So that is the first page. Then we go to pages here, and you can just click on that and it will show you like so. These images, again, it's the same, change image. Anything that you want to change the colour of, you click design, and then you can just click whatever you want. These are actually quite fancy because you can have like curved edges if you wanted to. Then we just have edit text, the same as usual, and you can change the font colour, all of that. If you want to add in any text, like this is a random piece of text, so you go to add, then there is text, you have titles, paragraphs, various things in there, so you just click which piece of text you want to add in, and then it will just add it in there for you, and you just press edit text and type over it. And the same goes for images. You can add an image like so, and then it will just ask you what image you want and it will add it to the page. Then there are widgets like this. This is where I got the About Me section from. I actually took this one here, but I deleted one of the 3 sections so that I could have a photo and a bit of writing, and then you just put it where you want it on the page. So that is cakes and postals. Then we're going to the hidden tabs. So if you want to add a hidden page, the way you do it is you add page like so, and then you remove it from main menu. So as you can see, it's not there, but it is still a page. So that's the way that you do that, and that's what I've done for postals and occasion cakes. So if I can try and show you how this works. So if you press this linked button, which has a green link on it, then you can send the person that is clicking on that image to a certain page. So what I've done is you can literally do it to anywhere, whether it's another website or emails, phone number, but I've done it to page. And then you just select this drop down, and I've selected occasion cakes, so it means that when they click on that image, they will go to there. So if I go to preview, if I select this image, it automatically takes me to occasion cakes, which I find very handy. I think it's nice and slick for a website to do that, and it's also hidden pages, which people don't know about, which is nice because it just hides things from this main menu, and clogging that up you kind of don't want to do. I don't really want to have more than 5 or 6 pages, just because I find that it clogs up a website, but there's certain things that you kind of have to have separately, so you can't have them all on one page. So that is postals. So as you can see, we've got text, so you just click edit text and rewrite whatever you wanted. These are product listings. So if we go to settings, you have to put your products into a collection. So as you can see here, I've selected the postals collection, and that is all that shows here. Whereas on my shop all page, I just have all products, and then it will show everything that I sell. Then if you wanted to make a collection, you can press manage collections, and then you can add a new one, and then you literally just type whatever you wanted and then start adding products to it. As you can see, cake collection and then postal collection here. So you can just add as many collections as you like to separate different listings. It makes it a lot easier to kind of filter pages. So that is the postals page. Then we have occasion cakes. This is exactly the same in terms of manage products, settings. And again, you can change the layout of these. If you wanted it to just be an image or an image with text, you can change it to be centered. It can have a border around it. I just prefer to have it to one side without a border. So that is cakes. The bottom section is exactly the same the whole way through. You can add extra things to it, but I've got it the same on every page. Then we have, this isn't in order for some reason. Can I change that? Reviews, contact, shop all. There we go. So if we go to gallery, this is just a collection of images, so it works the same in terms of manage media. You just select images. This is how you put them in a particular order. So as you can see, they're all numbered, so that depends on the order that they're being put up in. If you don't put them in the right order, then they will show differently. So then you go to settings and you can choose the layout. So again, you can have it as a slideshow, a collage. I like the masonry just because it's not too crammed in, whereas collage, as you can see, there's a lot more images, so it crams them in a lot more, whereas I think this one looks nice and spacious. You can also do a grid, which is just standard square grid like that, but I think that the masonry looks kind of like effortless. There's nothing else on this page, so if we go to shop all, which is just a shop all version of the cakes and postals listing pages. So if we go to settings, I will just show you. As you can see, it has all products selected, which means that everything is showing on this page. You can add, depending on which one it is in, because sometimes it is a bit of trial and error. That is filters, so you can filter it and it will have like a drop down at the side, but I didn't want to do that. We have sorting options, so as you can see here, you can sort it by brownies, cakes, price, high to low, and also the name, so like A to Z. Then we have colour schemes if you wanted to change the colours of your text, and then just manage store again. So if we go to contact, oh, you can also change your cart page, your thank you, how that is laid out, and then also your product page. So I'll quickly show you this one because we haven't gone on to one of them. This is your product page. So this is all determined by what you put in your adding a product listing, so we'll go into that in a minute, but all of these details are just filtered from that. So you don't actually change anything on here apart from colours. So you can change the colour of this add cart symbol, but apart from that, everything on this page is how it is. You would have to edit it in your actual products to do that. So if we go to add products, go to dashboard, then if we go to store products, and it will have listings. So as you can see, this is your product, so everything is filtered from this. So just a quick run through of this. You have images, which you just add in. A lot of this is self-explanatory, but I just wanted to go through one of them. Then you have price. So this price is the base price. So if you have any filtered items, so down here we have 6-inch cakes and 8-inch cakes. So obviously they vary in price. So this price at the top is just a standard price. Then what you can do is down here you can say that you want to charge extra. So for a 6-inch cake, because I put 30 in just as a base price, but a 6-inch cake I've done add £10, and then an 8-inch I've done add 20. So that will then add that to the price and give you a total of 40 and 50. And you can also add stock down there. Then here is your description, which is exactly copied. Then you can add an on sale, which is really good. I've used this over the past couple of days because I'm doing a January sale on my website, so, and also on Etsy actually. But what you do is you add a monetary discount or a percentage discount. And then if you type in 10, then it will say the sale price is 27. I really like this feature because it's just easy to add a sale to your website. Then you just take on sale off and it is back to normal price. Then this is how you add things like refund policies, storage policies. As you can see, it's just a basic policy that you write out. My template actually includes all of my policies, just in case people don't know how to write them up. So down here you can have mandatory fields or optional. So I've put in colour scheme, you can literally write in whatever you want. You can put a character limit if you want to. Then here you just change your options, so you just add various different options depending on whether it's to do with size or flavour, and then that will appear. And you can do manage pricing, so if everything is the same price no matter what the size or flavour, then you can untick this. But if everything has an individual price, which they do, then you would tick that. Then there's subscriptions, which is regular reoccurring payments. So if like someone did a reoccurring brownie box every single month, they could do that. I am considering setting it up, but I just want to get all the products on there in the first place. So then at the side here you can put it in a collection if you wanted to. I've got it in cakes, and then you've also got email campaigns, sharing products, and also creating coupons. So then you just do cancel because we don't want to change anything, and then we are back to the product. So if we go to pages, then it's main pages, and then we go to shop all, which we have just been on. Then we have contact. So for contact you would select the whole box, and then we have form settings, so you can change various different things. You need to make sure you change all this background stuff, which I actually didn't. I left one out, and then it came up with a funny message. So things like this, thanks for submitting, is all stuff that shows up after someone submitted. So this box here in the template, it said pizza topping, and then it had various toppings there. I changed it on this side, but then I bought something on my website just to test out the checkout, and it said pizza topping occasion cake. So it was still set as pizza topping in the background, so I will show you how to change that. Then there's conditions, none of this in which I have selected. Then if you go to individual boxes, edit field, this is where I changed it. I think, yeah, so this is changing the external side. Then there is manage choices, which is where you add the options that they can select. And then there is settings. So I have left it in this one as well. As you can see, choose your pizza topping. That is what comes up in the email version, so you won't see that here, but yeah, it does come up, so make sure you change that because it can be a little bit embarrassing when that comes up. Reason for inquiry. So that is that. And if you want to change colours, you just do design. Again, you can change to a different layout. And when you go to add new field, here we go. So you can add different fields to your form, date and time. So I added this based in date required. So those are all the options for that. There's so many little tabs on Wix that I'm not used to because I used to use Shopify, so there's like loads of different things that you can change, which is quite overwhelming sometimes. I'm sorry if I'm getting really dark, it's getting dark outside, so I'm literally just a floating head at this point. So that is contact us. Then we have reviews. So this you can't change too much, I don't think. You can add extra info if you wanted to, but you don't really need it for a review. Then you can do form settings where you can change various features. I haven't changed any of this, I've just kept it as the template. Then if we go off of that, layouts is where you can change the way it looks. You can have just one column across the whole side, how big all of the writing is and the fonts. Then we have design where you can change it. There's lots of different ones. If you don't like this particular one, then there is also design in terms of colour. So if you go to customize designs, you can change the input fields, which is here. Then you can change the submit button at the bottom there, and then you can also change the actual background, which is currently white, and you can literally change any of these. So if you wanted this box to be green but you wanted all the others to be blue, then you can literally just select this one and click on design, and then you can change it on its own without actually changing any of the others. Then down here I've just got some text boxes. So this is a widget, if it will come up. Let's go off of that. So if we go to layouts, you can make one bigger than the other, you can have all equal boxes, you can change the proportions like that, and they're just 4 boxes. It's selected from this apps section. It's one of these grids like this. So that's where I select it from. It's got little text boxes within each box so that you can amend it as you want to within that box. And this line is from the strip section, so if you wanted to add any lines or anything, where is it? There we go, decorative, not strip. So you can just add lines onto your page if you want to separate any areas. This is where you get shapes from. You can get arrows from here. Oh, you can get fancy images. I've never scrolled down this far. So yeah, you can select various different things from there to kind of customize it a bit more. Then I've shown you the cart page, so that is all of the stuff on the main page. I know this is long already. So then we have the interior stuff. So I've shown you how to add listings. So if we wanted to go to the dashboard, so this is your main dashboard. So you want to be ticking off all of these things here. So we have store orders, store products. So you know how to amend these store products. You literally just add a new product. It can be digital or physical, and then you just fill it out the same as these products are. Obviously changing to personalise in any way. Then if we go back to dashboard, this is what your main dashboard looks like. There's just various little blog posts, things like that. So payment methods, you can go into here, you can select what payment methods you want to authorise. I have SumUp and PayPal. I don't currently have WIX because it's taken a while to get verified on it, which is just because it says it can take up to 7 days, and that's kind of too long because I launched the site, so I need to be able to take payments now because I've already told people that it's live. So I've done those 2 options for now, and then I'm just waiting for that one to be approved. SumUp is a bit like WIX. It takes credit cards, debit cards, but it takes a 2.6%, whereas WIX takes, I think, 1.6. So it's slightly more fees, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still much, much less than places like Etsy. Etsy takes about 10% roughly, with all the like tax, delivery fee, product fee, relisting fee. There's a lot of fees on there. So yes, that is how you do payments. Then there is connect a domain. So there isn't a domain on here, obviously. You can go and buy a domain. I bought one for very cheap. Will it actually let me bring it up? So you can search for anything. So say my site, I don't know. My site is not available. My site 2021. Oh, it's available. So, as you can see, here we go. So if you want to buy it for a year, it's £10. There are various sites which are cheaper, but that's just an example of how you would set it up. You just literally ask to connect it. If you already have one, which I did, then I connect a domain like so. You have to select a plan. I did mention this, so let's quickly go through this. So these are the website plans. This is just a basic having a website, so you can connect a domain in that one. This is just for personal use, and then these are for more of a business use, or like a higher end website. So there's various features that you get on each. I am in business plans, so the one that I am on I believe, is this basic one, which means that you can select that you can do online payments, but you can't do much else. But you don't really need to. As you can see, a lot of these things, it's like a free domain, which I don't need, an ad voucher, which I don't need, video hours, I don't have any videos on my page, plans and reoccurring payments, which I think is things like credit payments. But again, as you can see, the only thing that's not included is the customized reports, which I don't need, and it just means that everything like storage space goes up the more you pay. But I would definitely recommend just starting with the basic. I don't think it's very necessary. If you don't need the online payments, then you can just do one of the combo or unlimited ones, which are still very cheap. They sometimes do a 50% off. They sent me one if I paid for the whole year, but I didn't want to pay for the whole year, so I'm just doing a monthly one. So those are the plans that you can get, if it will let me leave this page. Then, so that's connected to the domain, your plans, then there's various information that you can set up here. Let's go to settings. So this is what you need to work through basically, all of these pages. So you add in, this is where if you were to buy this plan you would need to change your site name in all of here. You can upload a social share image, language and regions, where you're based, the languages that your site needs to be in, business name and contact info, various things here. Accepting payments is where you set up your online payments, which we showed you before. Then there is shipping, which is, I don't have rest of the world shipping because I don't currently need to. My digital files can go anywhere, obviously, because they're digital, but so you don't need to select a shipping method for that because Wix knows that they can go anywhere. But the domestic is more for literal items, so you just click on it and you can add the regions, you can say whether you want free shipping. I did a rate by product because certain products I know the weight of, so I don't need to put the weight in there, and sometimes if you put the weight in there it might end up giving you a different price. It probably won't, but I just worry that it will charge someone the wrong amount of postage. So if you do a set price per product, then you know that that product is that much postage and someone is only going to be charged that no matter what they customize it to. Then you just put in the shipping name, the amount of days. You can do local delivery, local pickup. I've got local pickup on mine because people can collect from my house. Discard. Then you have tax, your checkout, anything that you need to have at checkout, any mandatory fields that you want. Returns policies and store policies are here. Then you can select your inventory, so how it monitors inventory, so once it's paid or once the order's placed. So you can customize all of this. This stuff I probably don't need to show you because it is self-explanatory. It tells you how to do it. So yeah, all of the other stuff is harder to sort of figure out because there are lots of boxes down the side here, and a lot of them I didn't know what they meant because there are a lot of features on Wix and sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, but I think once you work through it page by page it's a lot easier to understand. So I think I've covered everything, so we're gonna stop screen recording. So that is the how to make your own website. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you found that helpful. If there was anything that I missed out or anything that you want me to go over, then please ask me down below. Some of it I might be able to explain in a comment or just message to you, but if you need a bit more help then feel free to message me on Instagram because I can send you a photo of how to do something, and then if it needs a video then I can also make a follow-up video onto this one. So if you did enjoy it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. There's going to be some more website bits soon. I did an Etsy one, so if you haven't checked that out and you're more interested in setting up an Etsy shop rather than a website, then head over to that video because that would be really helpful for you guys. But I definitely recommend a website if you can because the fees are a lot less than Etsy and you can customize it to make it a shop rather than just a Etsy shop with listings. there's a lot more kind of customization on this, so it's really, really nice. So like I say, I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!